welcome to Ellis Mowers and More. Today we've got a John Deere Z920M in the shop. What we've got to do is get the drive belt replaced on it because it through itself broke, and do a really good service to this machine. Let's go ahead and get started with it. So here we go, Z920M, got the 60-inch 7-iron deck on it, and all the goodness of one of these zero turns, which is good. I actually don't even know how many hours are on it. And when I got it here, or when the guy dropped it off, the drive belt's completely missing, the transmission belt. I got a John Deere OEM transmission belt here to replace it with. The part number is TCU 34299. In addition, what I've done is I'm going to replace the air filter, change the oil, swap the fuel filter because somebody put that on backwards, and change the blades out. And we've got a couple minor things as well here to take care of. I got to get this grease cover back on, or the spindle cover back on. We've got to put a grease fitting in that spindle right there, and just a general freshening up of the machine. So I've already got the air filter changed out. I'm going to get underneath the mower, show you how the drive belt situation looks and what we've got to do to get that on. So here we are underneath the mower here, and you don't have to take the PTO clutch off from what I can gather just by looking. And what I believe you have to take this bracket off so that we can get the belt around the pulley on the drive. You have a tensioner pulley here, and then you have your hydro drive on this side and your hydro drive on the right side here. So not too bad overall, I don't think. What we've got to do, there's a little 1/2 inch that you can use a extension and a 1/2 inch drive ratchet so that you can get the tension, relieve the tension on the belt so that you can get it around all the pulleys. So pretty straightforward here from what I can gather. We've got to get the belt on around, I believe it goes from this pulley, tensioner pulley, left drive pulley, right drive pulley, back to the tensioner here. So I'll show you the correct routing in just a second. Once I get all this taken care of, I don't have enough room to work underneath. I just wanted to show you what it looks like underneath, because in case you don't want to jack your mower up, look underneath before we get started on this. Alright guys, so drive belt wise, it's very hard to film under here, and this is the first time I've done it. But I want to show you the completed product, and I want to show you what you don't have to do that I did. So the routing for this belt right here, you don't have to take the PTO clutch off. You don't even have to take the PTO belt off if you don't, well, you actually have to, I apologize. Yeah, you have to, because you got to get it around the whole pulley here. So you have to take the PTO belt off, but you don't have to take the clutch off. There's this bracket here, and these are actually like little keeper brackets that go on the inside of the belt, not on the outside of the belt. So you don't necessarily have to take those off either, which is kind of nice. And you just feed it up through the top of the pulley here. I let it rest in between the PTO clutch and the main drive pulley here. Waited to do that last. Another bracket, let's get up under here really good here. You don't have to take off, is this bracket right there, because it goes on the outside of the pulley again, so it's not really keeping the belt in place, it's keeping the belt from vibrating and coming in on itself essentially. So If we start at the main drive pulley, we're looking toward the front of the machine now, right? Your first move is going to be to put it around this tensioner belt and the left side hydro pulley, because they're so close together right here that you got to get it kind of in the gap. Now, to help with that, you may have a 1/2 inch drive extension with a 1/2 inch drive ratchet. In order to do that, get those two pulleys organized first. Get the tension pulley around, get the left side hydro pulley around. Then what you can do is take the belt and take the tension off of the tensioner pulley to get it over the fan on the hydro side and then around the pulley on the hydro side. And then all you have left to do is get it from in between the PTO clutch here and the main drive pulley for the engine, and you just relieve the tension again with the ratchet to get it around there. Lastly, that is the easiest way to do it. So again, coming from the machine, it's going to go, the routing will be engine pulley, tensioner pulley, left hydro, right hydro, back to the engine pulley, if that makes sense. Again, it's very difficult to film. I wanted to get it right and then explain it to y'all, just so you had a good idea, and then you can put your PTO belt back on. Sometimes you're able to just kind of pull it, fight the tension, or you kind of get leverage on the tensioner pulley of the deck and just pull this off from the back. That's generally what I do. So you technically, aside from taking off the PTO belt, don't really even have to take anything off. And if you're really good about it, you can probably just slide the belt in between this right here and not even have to worry about that belt being taken off, although it is nice to have it out of the way. We'll make sure this thing drives here in just a second, and then we've got to move on to finishing some other things. Alright guys, mower's running. Let's look underneath it. As you can see, everything looks nice and smooth. Everything's driving. I'll put y'all on the back side and I'll hop on the mower just so y'all can see the drives going. So I forgot he's pulled the hydro levers on this, but you can see both the transmissions are moving regardless, so that's very nice. But yeah, so that's good, y'all. Everything seems to be working like it's supposed to. And we'll continue on. I'll re-engage the hydros to get everything straight situated. I don't really work on these too much, so I gotta remember where they're at. But as you can see, the drives are working again with the new drive belt. And for those wondering, those levers are right here and right there for the hydros. They're engaged. It does look like I have to top of this off as well. This mower has a little over 400 hours on it. I'll show you the oil, and then I'll show you the model number real quick. This oil, I don't know if it's honestly ever been changed, so it's ready to go. And I think he's had this stuff sitting on the shelf for 2 years, and it, you know, for some people it takes failure like a drive belt in order to get them serviced. But this is the model number as well, just so you have an idea. The good news is most of the hard work's done. The rest of it is just servicing. So I've already done this, but we've put the cap on. This is your part number for that, TCU 22376. And then we put a grease fitting on this spindle that was broken. And I think that's it in terms of all that. I'm going to finish the service on it. Like I said, blades. We got to take care of blades. Grease the deck, grease all the other fittings that are on this thing, change the oil. I got to swap the fuel filter to the correct side, and we'll be done. So take care of all that here next. Well, this is not what I was anticipating having to do. So what has happened is even my big impact cannot take off them bottom bolts, which is really unfortunate. And so what I'm going to do, because I can't get enough leverage with it underneath, and it's a little bit sketchy with the mower jack and stuff, is I'm in the process of pulling the mower deck out of this. I do want to show you how to do that very quickly. So you have this mount here, which is attached to this bracket and that mount right there. You have this, actually this mount is attached to that bracket. This mount is attached to this. This is your height adjuster. And in the back, just take your other height adjuster off in the back with just a clip. You do the same thing on the other side. And a little tricky because this right here is going to try and fight you, but you'll be able to get it off. So that's what we're doing. Taking the deck off, I just got to get some stuff out of the way so that I can slide this 60-inch monstrosity out. What I'm going to do is flip it over, get a piece of wood, wedge it up against there, and find the biggest breaker bar I can to try and pull this thing apart. I wanted to do this with it on the machine, however, I did not feel very safe doing it. So I'd rather take the extra time and get the extra leverage, hopefully, to get these last two blades off. Alright guys, so we got the Z920 back together, thankfully. This thing right here, whew, I tell you what, it took a little while. One tip that may help you a little bit is you might find it easier to take this off as opposed to this in order to get the deck off and whatnot. Your deck leveling is back here, and I had to raise this side up just a tiny bit, but good overall. So like I said, I don't get a lot of Z920s and stuff. This service was good. Everything works like it's supposed to on it now. Drives good. I'll show it to you real quick. There's one pulley making a tiny bit of noise down there, but I checked the tightness of it. Seems to be fine, all things considered. So we'll let it roll. Should be ready to go for the customer for the season, hopefully, and we'll get everything serviced, or got everything serviced. Got that drive belt back on, which is the biggest thing here, and also got the blades. Man, I'll tell you what, them blades are something else. What I had to do is I took the deck off, flipped it over, took a 15/16, pulled it with a breaker bar plus an extra rod in order to get it to, you know, do what it needed to. finally break it loose to get it back off, get the new blades on. But either way, he should be good to go. I really do appreciate y'all watching this repair video. Hopefully y'all found it helpful, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.